Hi all once again. Today I bring to you honey cake recipe. It's said to be originated from Russia. Its actual name is Medovik. There are many variations, but here I'm going to show the bakery style honey cake that you all are familiar with. So let's start. To make honey cake, you need the following: 460 grams of all-purpose flour, 150 grams of granulated sugar, 160 grams of butter at room temperature, 3 large eggs at room temperature. Here I'm using Rove's organic honey. Try to use real honey or else your cake taste will get affected. Next, 1 teaspoon vanilla essence. I forgot to show you, but you need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. To make the cake batter, use a glass bowl, add eggs followed by granulated sugar. Beat them. You can see they are more orange in color in the start, but as you beat they turn pale and thicker. To make sure you reach the right consistency, check bottom of bowl for an even batter color and no unbeaten eggs are at the bottom. You can see that the batter falls from the spoon in a thick mass. This is the consistency we require. Next, in a pan, add in your butter and honey. For exact measurements, check description box below. Heat on medium flame. My tip is just before the last piece of the butter melts, I have switched off the flame such that the rest of the butter gets melted in the existing heat. To combine honey cake batter, I have transferred my egg mixture to a larger bowl, then poured slightly warm honey butter mixture from the side of the bowl. You have to use the folding technique using spatula as shown to mix the batter. This method should be kept in mind while mixing the batter all throughout. It is to protect the tiny air bubbles formed while eggs were beaten. Now add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Next, add small batches of flour and fold in using a spatula. Add vanilla in between. Towards the end, the batter becomes thick, but continue folding in until they are all combined. Make sure to work in a cold temperature. This helps the butter from not melting and ruining the dough structure. Next, scoop out dough mixture onto a cling film in straight line. This will help in easier dividing later on. Let the dough rest in fridge for half an hour at least, covered with cling film. For frosting, add 300 ml of heavy cream in a bowl. Check out my previous video, it will show you step-by-step tutorial on how to make whipped cream. In another bowl, add sour cream of 200 grams followed by condensed milk. Add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Mix to remove chunks. Now fold your whipped cream with sour cream mixture. Keep them in fridge. This frosting will not stand firm, which is necessary to soak up your cake layers later on. After half an hour, remove from fridge. Measure the total dough and divide them into 7 parts. At least 7 layers is recommended for building a honey cake. Now use a baking paper to roll each layer or else they will stick to your rolling pin. I used a cake board at the start of each layer for pressing them down. Or else my baking paper moves a lot around while trying to flatten the thick dough. Here I'll be making an 8-inch round circle. The excess dough will be saved to make biscuit powder. You will see how to make them and why. Once the dough is flattened as shown, keep them in fridge again for at least 15 minutes. This will help in even rising of cake. After 15 minutes, poke holes using a fork. This is to prevent air domes from forming on the cake's top layer. Bake in batches. It takes 5 minutes to bake and another 2 minutes to get a dark golden color on the cake's top. Other indication is that the cake pulls away from the baking paper easily. To make biscuit powder, bake for 7 minutes. Remove, dab some honey, again do a second bake where the cake will turn dark brown. Keep an eye, do not burn it. It's okay if it's slightly soft, they will harden once cooled. Check out our baked cake layers, lightly goldenish brown, but it still has a slight spongy texture inside. On an 8-inch cake board, dab some frosting. Keep the first layer, mix half honey and half sugar syrup. Dab that on the cake layers. Next, using spatula, spread an even layer of frosting. Repeat the same for the next 6 layers. Once all the layers are done, cover the cake with balanced frosting. You should allow the cake to rest in the fridge at least 1 day. This will help the frosting to sweep into the cake layers. Next, blend the biscuit as shown to fine powder. Coat the sides and top. I used a cutout from baking paper to create some designs. There you have your honey cake. This makes me so proud the way it turned out. The cake was shared with some of my friends and I can't explain my happiness with their feedbacks. That's a best moment for a baker. I'm sure you will enjoy baking this. Give me a feedback by commenting below this video. Hi friends, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel freely. You can click on the link showing at the right side of this video. Towards the left, click on the link. It will direct you to my video recipes. Thank you.